Cottage Farms or from the folks at Roberta's. But plants are like kids. If you don't feed them, they don't grow. And what most plant foods here in America have in them are things that your plants are not asking for. What plants thrive on, if you want bigger, juicier fruits like tomatoes, if you want bigger flowers than ever before, you've got to increase the level of potash. You've got to work with a wetting agent that allows water to get into that plant and do what it wants to do. This product is one of the top selling items in our sister network in London. And I get to introduce you to the lady who represents it here in America. This is Barbara King. How are you?
I am great. So good to be here.
Gardening, and even more so being a florist, is something that's been in your family blood for generations after generation after generation. You know, to have pretty flowers, it's all about what you give them.
Definitely.
And our soils all across the country are really depleted of what plants are asking for.
Oh gosh, and especially if we're doing container gardening.
Okay.
Richard put ingredients in this because he could not find what he knew plants needed out there on the market, so he created it.
And who is this crazy guy? Because he's been here. Richard Jackson is internationally recognized as the master gardener.
He really is. He knows plants and he knows what they need to thrive and to be their best. So he put, like you said, high levels, extremely high levels of potash.
A plant cannot bloom without some potash. And there's some trace elements of it in our soil, but when you increase it,
bam,
things pop.
It explodes with more fruits, more flowers, more vegetables, and it also has a wetting agent in it, so it's going to hold all the nutrients in the plant, in the soil, to give you plants like this. Now, these are all pictures from Richard Jackson's customers, mostly in the UK. He has a huge following, and I just love that the following is getting bigger and bigger here because people have never experienced a food like this.
I also want to point out that this is the biggest tub that we've ever made available.
Giant.
We made it available in a 1.5 pound tub and then a 3 pound tub. At 4.5 pounds, this container makes over 400 gallons of Richard Jackson's booster.
Yeah,
that's enough to keep most of. I am a commercial customer of Richard. I'm a farmer. So whereas you've got beautiful gardens, I'm growing corn. And corn is still a plant. His is the best stuff I've ever seen. And that price for 4.5 pounds of it is one of the best I've ever seen.
It's really amazing. Our customers were asking for bigger quantities, so we wanted to give it to them. And this is going to last you well throughout the season, and it's going to give you plants like you cannot imagine. Richard's customers share pictures with us.
Is this clematis?
This is one clematis brought to us by Rob and Brenda Hunter. They said this clematis was on its last legs. We were about to throw it out when my wife said, I want to try that Richard Jackson Blossom Booster. They fed the plant and boom, it exploded with over 180 blossoms. Now, if you like tomatoes, I am begging you to try Richard Jackson Blossom Booster. My husband and I grow a lot of tomatoes. We could not believe the difference. And we also now have an approved claim that when compared to another leading brand of fertilizer in an independent field study, tomatoes fertilized at an identical once per week rate with Richard Jackson Blossom Booster produce more tomatoes and bigger tomatoes.
Think about it. First of all, a tomato is a fruit. It's not a vegetable. It can't become a tomato until you get a blossom.
Yes.
The blossom is Mother Nature's creation for virtually everything that grows. There's also this wonderful seaweed extract that Richard won't even tell us where he finds.
I know.
And it makes plants go nuts. This is a container garden that was actually damaged in bad weather, and look how it came back.
I know, it's amazing. Customers can't believe how quickly it works too. You're going to see the difference in approximately 2 weeks in your plants, which is wonderful. Here we're going to show you the wetting agent.
Yes.
On the left is just water. On the right, you're going to see how the nutrients soak into the soil, so your plants are going to get everything they need to be spectacular showstopper plants.
If you don't change anything of what you did gardening last year, except for one thing, and that's using Richard's product, you will see results that will absolutely blow you away. It comes down to feeding our plants exactly what they're asking for. And with this, there's no guesswork. You mix a teaspoon of it, a teaspoon within a gallon of water. That's it. And that will keep you going for a long period of time. You can put it into a power sprayer. I use it in a big tractor pulled sprayer to do crops with, and I've never seen anything that does what it does. We guarantee it. That's the amazing part. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you'll see a difference in your plants in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it really is amazing. We have a new flower shop in Florida.
Yep.
I treated all the plants with Richard Jackson. I came back 2 weeks later. My jaw was just dropped to the ground. I could not believe.
Isn't that fun?
It is.
Yeah.
It is such a wow, and that's why we have customers loving it, because who doesn't love more flowers, bigger flowers, more tomatoes, and it's easy to use. And you only have to put a teaspoon into a gallon of water, mix it up, and off you are and running in growing the most spectacular plants.
You can
you've
also
ever
use
seen.
it in a hose end sprayer.
Yes.
If you've got larger things that you want to do. And it really is this little miracle. Try it. I think you'll be pleased. I purposely asked for it to be in the program because I've tried it and I know it works. You're going to get 4.5 pounds. That's the most that we've ever offered at the best price per pound. And we are now, over 1,600 of you have been on the phone lines. So enjoy. It's the perfect time of year. Don't wait. Your plants are hungry. Barbara, thank you so very, very much.
Happy growing, everybody.
Thank you for letting me invade your living room for a couple hours with the great Outdoors with Dan. Jill Bauer is standing by. She's going to take you shopping through the